Hello, friends. This is Grunhaar, and welcome to episode 8 of minicast. I recently renewed my mattress and my futon, and now it's so much better to sleep on. I used my old mattress for several years, and it was a thin one, so over time, it became like a plastic tray in a cookie package. There were bumps that fit to my body shape as if I'm a life-sized action figure or something. I had to go for IKEA or IKEA, whichever you prefer to pronounce. I had to go for IKEA trip for a few times to see and feel the actual product, like the size, the texture, and the weight, but it's all worth it. The tough part was switching the mattress because it's big and heavy. Even if I dragged it using the handles attached to it, my frail arms were shaking. I managed it somehow. Others were fine. When I renewed everything, my sleeping environment, I felt so good, like I actually achieved something. So, no more plastic tray. Yay! Okay, that was a quick introductory update. I would like to move on to the main topic. So, today I will talk about visuals. It's about visual performances for live shows. I'm gonna talk about a random POV episode as a VJ. Not everything, since it will take probably at least several episodes more. So, I'm usually in charge of visual performances for live events hosted by Beginning Tokyo, which is pretty big event group, especially in Japanese bass music scene. Like really popular producers from overseas visited here to do a show, music genres like dubstep, rhythm, drum and bass, bass house, techno, and much more. There are a few other VJs related to this event group as well, but I'm likely to be booked for dubstep ones. Maybe it's because my art style, I don't know. Last time, back in May, I did visuals for Leotrix and other local DJs too. I have some video clips on Instagram if you're interested. Anyways, I had an opportunity to do visuals for another different community. This is actually my first time to be in charge of VJ outside the communities I'm already familiar with. So, how did this happen, you might ask? So, in chronological order, it was like this. I received a message from a friend of mine. It was all of a sudden thing. They asked me if I'm interested in VJing for Web3 Communities Party, and I said yes straight away. I'll take any chance I get, you know. It was about 4 hours duration. Music genre was mostly techno. The audience was mostly fancy tech people, entrepreneurs, engineers, etc. It was different from the ones I got used to. But hey, I enjoyed it. The event was held between 7 p.m. until 1 a.m., I guess, and I already knew that there won't be any train that will take me back home, so I thought it was a good idea to book a hotel room and just stay there and have some chill time. I don't need to rush carrying all the heavy equipment, It's a micro vacation. I had successfully made a reservation and I got there just in time when check-in starts. I got my key and I unpacked my stuff on the bed, pulled out my computer, and worked on my visuals to get ready. Then I found a familiar shaped outlet beside the pillows on the bed frame. It was an HDMI outlet right next to the USB one. I was curious and plugged my HDMI cable right away, which is connected to my computer. So as a brief test, I made my visuals projected onto another display, which is the TV screen. I changed the channel with the TV remote controller and it worked. And for the next few hours, I was using the hotel room TV screen for testing my visuals. It was fun, in fact. It had a large screen, much larger than the display monitor I use every day. Since I haven't stayed in hotels for a few years, I don't know if it's common nowadays to have an HDMI outlet in hotel rooms, but it's a nice thing to have, I think. If you have an HDMI cable and a computer or Nintendo Switch, you can use it as a bigger screen. Not only for testing visuals, I think you can also use it for making beats or something. So, overall, my mission was quite a success. I added my new visuals, something Web3 or crypto related to the Stonks figure and Buff Doge. Actually, I made the Buff Doge visual in that same morning. I had a spark of a good idea. I'm glad I made it in time. A lot of people enjoyed my visual performances during the event. I think all of them. It was their first time to see my visuals too. And most importantly, my clients, the event organizers, they were very satisfied. They even visited the backstage where I was and greeted and thanked me for the performance. I felt so good. I always pour my heart and soul into my visuals. As some of you know, I make my visuals from scratch, even meme-related ones, except the ones I purchased or downloaded online. It takes a lot of time and effort. That is one reason why you don't see much in other VJs' work, but it's all worth it. I always feel really good to see when I make someone happy and satisfied with my artworks. It's like I did something good to the humanity. I think I stated somewhere that I will be taking less visual gigs and focus more on my music projects from now on. But it doesn't mean that I quit VJing, so don't worry about it. I do so many activities besides my job, and it's very hard to control this creative hydra creature inside me. Like, if I feed only one serpent, others will get hungry and very aggressive. I try to keep a good balance between them, and hopefully I can combine these multiple activities to make something interesting. Alright, that's it for this episode. Thank you so much for listening. Have a great day and see you next time.